Now there's just a couple more elements before we actually pick up the violin. A couple more things that give my students fits, which I'm going to share with you in hopes that you can cure it before it becomes a problem. One major thing you need to be aware of is that when you cross strings and when you're doing those 5 accents, they alternate bowings. And let me just draw what the bowings turn out to be. Down, up, down, up, down. So back to our little diagram. We're gonna go 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, down, up. 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, down, up. And basically, when we have this extra note here at the end, that number 4, that gets us back on the right bowing, so that we'll be on a nice down bow for beat 1, and so that our first accent will be on beat 1. Speaking of so that our first accent will be on a down bow. Speaking of beat 1, we need to know where beat 1 is, so that's also worth practicing. So let's count through it a few times. How do we do this? 1, down, up, down, up, down, 1, 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 down, up, down. It kind of gets into a nice little groove if you can kind of keep track of where beat 1 is. That's the only beat you need to worry about. Okay? Now let's just put it on the violin, try playing a little bit, so that this all hopefully starts to make some sense. Because you already know how to do the left hand notes for this Orange Blossom Special, I'm not going to use open strings. Normally we'd work on this with open strings, but you already have been working on the 1, 3, 2, 4. So find your first finger on the D string, and there we go, and third finger on the G string. So we've got E and C sharp, okay? And we're going to cross from the two bottom strings of G and D over to D and open A. So we've got C sharp and E. Sorry, this is a different violin than I usually play on. We've got C sharp and C sharp and E, and then we're going to cross over to E and open A. So when we cross strings, we've got our first finger on the D string and open A. Okay? Now, let's do this pattern. I will count it, you play along with me. We're going to do exactly what we had counted on that diagram. If you need to, you can get your diagram out. We're just going to do it over and over just to kind of give you some practice, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to play it non-stop for about 3 or 4 patterns. Okay, just to give you a chance to recycle through it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, down, up, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up, 1, but you get the idea. And you heard me doing a few extra notes in there, which I will teach you in the last and final video tutorial out of these 3 videos. The next video will cover the whole piece, plugging it all together, and either at the end of that video or I'll do a 4th video where I'll show you the extra fancy stuff that you can throw in that will really pepper this thing up. So work on that, and I will see you in video 3.